Hey everyone, आपका डिवो is back with Oop. Yes, a new review. तो recently मैं as नल्ला as always अपनी नाजायज जिंदगी बिता रहा था. फिर मैंने YouTube पे देखा Record of Ragnarok trailer and I was like, interesting. Why not give it a shot? And that's exactly what I did. और फिर मैं इतने एक्साइटमेंट के साथ टॉरेंट खोला और टॉरेंट पे सर्च किया रिकॉर्ड ऑफ रैग्नारॉक मूवी. इस पे नहीं मिली तो मैंने गूगल पे सर्च किया, उस पे भी नहीं मिली. एंड देन आई रियलाइज कि मूवी अभी तक रिलीज हुई नहीं है. और फिर मैं डिप्रेशन में चला गया. बट देन माई टीम लीडर सेड, ए गुरु तेरे को नहीं मालूम क्या, इसका महंगा ही. एंड या दैट वाज द बेस्ट डे ऑफ माई लाइफ. अभी उस टाइम के लिए इस वीडियो को ज़्यादा लंबा ना करते हुए let's begin with the review. Now let's introduce you guys to the story. Story शुरू होती है Valhalla में, where the Council of Gods have gathered. Presiding over the Council of Gods is Zeus, and directly next to Zeus is Odin. And oddly enough, Odin isn't the one ruling over Valhalla. I mean, tell me. Odin is the supreme god of Norse, and he's the owner of Valhalla. Why is a Greek guy ruling over Valhalla? But okay, let's not think about that, and let's get to our review already. तो स्टोरी की बात करते हैं. स्टोरी कुछ ऐसी है. So all the gods have gathered in Valhalla and they're like, यार आज कुछ तूफानी करते हैं. तो ज़्यूस दादा आते हैं और बोलते हैं, यार आज सुबह उठ के मैंने सोचा कि आज ह्यूमंस को इरेडिकेट करते हैं. And everyone agrees. Why? Look, there are multiple gods who are paragons of love and empathy. I mean, take a look at Aphrodite. She's one of the most vocal gods in the whole pantheon. Why does she agree? Just cause Earth has become uglier? I mean, I do agree pollution is a really bad thing, but come on, that is no reason to like forsake their own creation, is it? Then again, this makes for an interesting plot, so I'll overlook it for now. We are introduced to Odin, Zeus in the first scene itself, and then later on we'll also look at Poseidon, Hercules, Shiva and Buddha. While also there are many other gods, but we will be having our main focus on these gods right now. Also, पहले scene में we are introduced to Brynhild and Geir, two of the 13 Valkyrie sisters of the Valhalla. All of these characters have a strong presence except Geir. Geir is a young Valkyrie in the making. Geir is introduced as a meek character who is always in the shadow of everyone. जैसे कि हरक्यूलिस हो गया, जैसे कि ब्रिनहिल्ड हो गए, जैसे कि उसके दूसरे सिस्टर्स हो गए. While Brynhild is a very perceptive, smart and a vocal character. She successfully manages to trigger the entire pantheon of Valhalla. And obviously, gods being gods, nobody likes the idea of Brynhild speaking out. But you know what, she does have a really valid point. No race, nothing should be eradicated so meaninglessly. The character introduction was pretty bold, and to be honest, I liked it. And the way they presented the characters, well, I have mixed feelings about this, क्योंकि यार Zeus is a bold and cruel, outstanding character, but इसमें इसको इतना weak दिखाया है, it's almost concerning. Then again, time के साथ there are very really good plot twists, like interesting, spicy ones. So let's look that as well for now. In terms of accuracy, it is pretty accurate and pretty inaccurate as well. Most gods are portrayed really gloriously while they're really not that glorious. For example, Thor is seen as a really tall guy with a really huge ass hammer, Mjolnir, but that is not the case. Thor was actually pretty short, and Mjolnir was a really short hammer. It was often made fun of in all the sagas. But it is fine because it does provide a really daunting appearance. Gods are shown to be really biased, which is still contradictory because they're gods. Like, they're shown to love their creations. But it's fine since it all in all contributes for an interesting story later. The character development in this manga was phenomenal, to be honest. Not only Gear, I know Gear grows up, Gear faces trauma after trauma, but she still pulls it off. She still develops as a character. She becomes vocal, she becomes vengeful, which is impressive, which is honestly an interesting change. But also gods such as Thor, gods such as Shiva, they are honestly impressed by humanity after each of their fights. And even arrogant gods like Poseidon, in their last moments, they are hit with something really heavy. The fact that they are not they are not invincible. Which is a really strong highlight which I personally like a lot. The environment our characters grow in is pretty sophisticated. All of these gods are in their own world, they have their own ego, they have their own wishes. Some of them even do whatever they want just for entertainment, just for exercising their power. और यहीं पर वैल्करीज अपने बचपन को बिताए हैं. उन्होंने फर्स्ट हैंड इन सारे क्रिएटिव्स को एक्सपीरियंस किया है और यू नो व्हाट कुछ हद तक एक्सरसाइज भी किया है. And meanwhile, all our humans who have come to fight, they have also had their own handicaps and their own reason to actually give a damn about the fight. And I love how the environment slowly shifts on an equal plane after the first fight. Especially when people were actually surprised that the almighty Thor actually took a hit from a mortal being. And also especially from the second fight. Second fight mein Adam beats the living crap out of Zeus. This was a game changer. It takes a lot of creativity to actually keep the manga running at the speed which it ran after such a crucial fight, after such an penultimate fight. This was a really good way to thicken the atmosphere for all the future fights. Now, God can actually worry about their reason to fight and not just some silly entertainment. Now, let's get to my main point. Why I found this story pretty interesting. Not only is this manga pretty aesthetic, it gives a really natural drive. Each fight has something significant. Each fight not only tells us a story about the fight, but also about the reason these people fight, but also about the consequences of the fight. This isn't some light-hearted shonen anime जिसमें protagonist को कोई power मिलती है and he exercises it. No, 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 no. This is a fight to death. This is what it means. There are consequences. There are heartbreaks after each fight, whether you like it or not. That is the reality of each fight which takes place in this manga. Adam vs Zeus was a really crucial fight for this manga because not only did Adam beat the crap out of Zeus, but also he made it clear that he wasn't fighting for entertainment. No, he wasn't fighting for humanity. He was fighting to save his children, to preserve the future of his children. This isn't some light-hearted joke. This is serious. And the author did a very good job while portraying this. The art went exclusively well with the story. The beautiful art, the beautiful fights. It was actually kind of exhilarating to read each page. यार इतनी एक्शन तो कोई रोहित शेट्टी के मूवी में भी नहीं होती यार. ये तो मांगा है फिर भी. Getting to the most crucial part of this video. Depiction of each character. Each character is well written in their own aspect, but अभी मैं तुम्हें सच ही बोलूं तो the characters are so not accurate. I'm not even talking about just one character now. I'm talking about Shiva, I'm talking about Zeus, I'm talking about Thor. Oh my god. Not मैं सिर्फ appearance wise accuracy की बात नहीं कर रहा, मैं बात कर रहा हूँ overall character and appearance की. Thor might be generous, but Thor is also stern. He does not show mercy, to be honest. All Norse characters are pretty heartless. and this is a well-known fact. But anyway, Thor does look like a good character in this. Also, Shiva. Shiva is extremely controversial in this. Although he does look cool, but his character is all over the place. It is no way any accurate to its real life counterpart. Shiva is the most disciplined, the most calm, the most respectable god, and not some lazy punk in his mid 20s. No, he is such an eccentric character in this manga, but in actuality, he is the wisest god in the pantheon. Poseidon is also really wrongfully depicted. Poseidon is actually a really great king and not that much of an egoist. He keeps his presence everywhere, but about his strictness, the author got that one really well. अभी हम बात करेंगे बुद्धा के बारे में. बुद्धा इस यार accurate है ही नहीं. नहीं नहीं बिल्कुल नहीं. This is ना नहीं बिल्कुल नहीं. यार Buddha is supposed to be calm. Buddha is supposed to be a person who chooses diplomacy over fights. But in this manga, nope. But okay, that also makes sense. To make the story a little bit interesting. Now let's look at the terms used in this manga. Apparently, Ragnarok is a 1v1 fight between humans and gods. Wrong. Ragnarok एक actually apocalyptic story है in which, in Norse mythology by the way, in Norse mythology, all the Aesir gods, जो सारे Aesir gods हैं, Thor हो गया, Odin हो गया, Balder हो गया, ये सारे लोग मर जाएंगे and only a certain few chosen gods will survive the fight, the great fight, okay? And the entire world will be covered in snow until it rebuilds itself again, and the surviving gods, not just any gods, will have to look after it. Although it does work for a really daunting title, naming it Ragnarok was not a good move. The term Voland is also pretty creative, but that is not what it means. वोलंड का मतलब होता है अ रियली रियली लेजेंडरी ब्लैकस्मिथ जो एक बहुत बढ़िया वेपन्स बना सकता है. बट इन्होंने बहुत ही बढ़िया काम किया है वोलंड को चेंज करके, बिकॉज दैट इज एक्चुअली अ रियली इम्पॉर्टेंट पार्ट फॉर दिस फाइट. दिस इज समथिंग आई काइंड ऑफ लाइक एंड आई काइंड ऑफ हेट अबाउट रिकॉर्ड ऑफ रैग्नारॉक. देयर आर सो मेनी थिंग्स in each mythology that they could have easily used, but they did not. This is simply a waste of opportunity, क्योंकि this sometimes feels like lazy research. They could have done much better with the plot, I think. But overall, I think it is a good read. The character design is pretty nice. The story drives pretty well. It is pretty fluid and quick. The fights are pleasing. They are absolutely good. They did not lack anything in the fights. And that's about it. Overall, it is a decent manga with really good fight scenes. But the story? No, I'm not that big of a fan of. As an otaku, this manga could have done way better. Well, that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you learned something in the वीडियो को प्लीज लाइक और शेयर करो. एंड इफ यू आर न्यू प्लीज सब्सक्राइब. हमें बहुत हेल्प मिल जाएगी. वी आर अ ग्रोइंग चैनल. सो या बाय बाय.